love rainy days. They're perfect for getting all cozy and having little chit chats. And since we're all stuck inside together, gather round, baby healers, gather round. Today we're going to be talking about one of the 7 deadly sins of white mages. Today we're talking about overhealing. Now, I can hear my little baby healers now, but I just want to keep everyone topped off all the time. Listen, I get it. We're healers. It's in our natures to want everyone's health bar to be full and sparkling. I get it. But today we're going to talk about why overhealing is bad, the concept of opportunity cost, and we're going to talk about some alternative ways of handling damage. So go on, go get a drink and get settled in. Oh, and while you're grabbing a tea and a water or whatnot, if you've got a healer friend that you think needs this video, tag them in the comments or share this with them. We're gonna rid Eorzea of these healer sins one video at a time. Okay, so first off, do you know what overhealing is? Well, it's when you're healing more than the party needs. But Talia, you say, I'm just trying to keep them alive. And that's fine, that's fine. But we're talking about knowing when to use the right tool for the right job. So what I want you to visualize is a cup of water that's about a third of the way full. If you want to fill up the cup of water, you're not going to pour a gallon of water into it, right? No, because that's too much water. If I dumped a gallon into it, the extra water is just going to be wasted, right? So, same concept with tank health bars. If my tank is getting autoed for about 10 or 5% of its health, I don't need to toss a Cure 2 on him every time the boss takes a swing, because the Cure 2 is going to drain my MP like crazy, and most of that Cure is going to go over the top and go to waste. Instead, we want to toss something simple like a regen, or better yet, throw like an asylum down, and that would have done the trick. When we overheal, we're not only wasting MP or other resources, but we're also missing other opportunities that could really help our party. This is where the idea or concept of opportunity cost comes into play. When you start thinking about opportunity cost, you're going to start taking your gameplay to the next level. You're no longer thinking about how do I meet the bare minimum requirements of my job. You're thinking, how do I operate as a healer efficiently and effectively? Now, if you're super casual and you're not interested in making those kinds of improvements or dipping your toe into that min-maxing sphere, I get it. The rest of this video probably isn't for you. Let's break this down into an example we can all relate to. Your average dungeon boss fight lasts, 5 minutes? I don't know, I haven't dungeon spammed in a while, but let's just go with that for the example. With an average global cooldown of 2.5 seconds, that means in a 5-minute fight you have about 120 opportunities to affect the outcome of a fight, whether that be healing up a teammate or damaging the boss. Out of that 120 opportunities, let's say you lose about 10% to either movement or an untargetable boss. Now you're down to 108. Every time you cast an unnecessary heal, you're giving up a chance to do something more useful, like casting Glare to help with DPS. Every time you overheal, you are giving up opportunities that could have moved the fight along. Now, why do we do this? A big reason is what I like to call panic button healing. That moment when you see the health bar dip low and you just react without thinking. It's totally normal, especially when you're new to healing. Or maybe you've got like a savior complex and want to be seeing those big powerful spells, so you end up casting them a little bit too generously. Either way, we've all been there, I get it. So how do we handle overhealing and keeping our MP in check? Well, first let's talk about regens and regen abilities. When you put this on your tank at the start, you're taking a super powerful and really potent heal and spreading it out over time to absorb auto attacks. It's like setting up a little safety net that you don't have to worry about. So now instead of throwing a Cure 2 every other auto attack or something silly like that, it's being mostly healed up through your regen, whether that be by spell or ability like Asylum, and you get to use those opportunities to help in other ways, like DPSing. And here's another tip. Stop solely relying on Medica 2, or I guess Medica 3 now? Anywho, stop using them to handle those big scary raid-wide attacks. You have a really awesome kit. Start using it. Throw in Ass Eyes, or drop your Lily Bell, or start playing around with Divine Caress. Other healers, use those other things. I'm gonna be honest, I haven't leveled the other healers to 100 yet, so I'm a little out of touch with the new abilities and changes. It's on my to-do list, I'm getting there. So anyways, help the community out and drop the equivalent abilities down in the comments. Back to my point though, these moves give your party that burst of healing needed without eating up one of your opportunity cookies. Plus, Ass Ice gives you a little MP back. It's like a free refill on your coffee or tea. And who doesn't love that? Alright, friends. That's kind of overhealing in a nutshell and why you should be not doing it. Next time, instead of spamming those big heals, think about what other moves you could make to help your party. You'll feel way more efficient and your party's gonna feel the difference too. Alright, now off you go, healers. Let's keep those health bars in check without missing our chances to make an impact. Take care, and I'll see you next time. That was a big one.